Okay, so we have begun recording. Just know that that is happening. My name is Stephanie Williams. Some of you have sent me messages saying, are you also Mary Williams? And yes, my name is Mary Stephanie Williams. If you are looking for me, it depends on where you're looking for me at, which name you're going to find. Some places like Focus, you're going to see Mary Williams. And other places like my email, you're going to see Stephanie Williams. And you could see any combination thereof, like M. Stephanie Williams or Mary S. Williams. All of those are me. Basically, I'm the Williams girl, except if you see Brenda Williams, that's somebody else. Okay. I have been teaching at Trimble Tech High School since about 2008, and I love being at Tech. I teach Algebra 2. I have taught Algebra 2 for a very long time now, and I also teach college algebra. In order to get attendance, let's talk about that. Attendance comes in three ways. Basically, what you need to do is leave an electronic footprint for your teacher in order to be counted as present. Let me show you what I set up for you. Okay, tell me, either using a thumbs up or in the chat box, can you see where it says getting started right here, where my mouse is moving? Okay. I need you to answer this question. How do you feel today? Super happy, meh, or super sad? That's how I'm going to take your attendance. So as soon as you let me know that how you feel, you'll get your attendance. So see, Simone and Javier have already answered, so they get to be here for the day. All of your teachers are going to take attendance, something like that. You'll either have something you turn in for the day to get your attendance, or you will have to send them an email that day or turn in your classwork. Basically, attendance is achieved by contacting that teacher on that day. You can't send an email the day before and say, hey, I'm not going to be there tomorrow. Here's my work. That doesn't count. You would have to send that email, like at 12:01 a.m. or between 12:01 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. to get attendance. So attendance is actually really, really, really easy for you to get right now. Let's do the normal first day of school thing and go over our syllabus. My name is Mrs. Williams. You can find me in room 308 or online. This is the school's phone number. My email goes straight to my phone, so that's probably the best way to get a hold of me. Messaging through Focus does not work. It appears that if you send a message through Focus, what's going to happen is it goes to all of your teachers. So if you ask your English teacher, hey, what's your class code for third period? I'm going to get that message and it's going to say, hey, what is your class code for third period? But you're in first period. I'm going to send you my class code for third period. You're going to enter that in thinking it came from your English teacher, and the whole world is going to collapse. Don't do that. Send a message through email. If you don't know how to send a message through email, tell me on chat and we'll go through that as well. I typically don't read to you, but I'll go ahead and read this time around. Welcome to the 2021 school year. So much has changed and will continue to change. My goal is for you to learn math. So really, that's what you're going to learn about me. Is I really want you to be better at math after you leave my classroom than when you came in. My pet peeve is academic dishonesty, so cheating. I will go out of my way to catch you cheating. I don't want you to cheat. I want you to learn the information. All of my rules will flow from there. I follow Fort Worth ISD policy, Trimble Tech policy, and expect you as well. The syllabus this year is a living document to reflect the level of adaptation we learn to expect. Let me know where you struggle and what you're struggling with, and where practical, I can look for new solutions to new problems or innovative ideas to deal with old issues. If you get sick, your family gets sick, if you have to work, let me know so I can at least try to meet you where you are. These are the suggested supplies. You really do need pens or pencils for you to use. You need a folder or binder to keep up with your work, especially a spiral for notes. I'm going to be expecting you to take notes and working problems by hand. Math is done the same way lifting weights is done. You have to practice. So if you don't have paper to practice on, it's not going to work too well. You need your laptop or Chromebook, colored pencils and highlighters, or a colored pen. I suggest you get one of those trifold displays, you know, the old school ones where like you did like your science fair project on that opens like this. With a trifold display, you can put the trifold in front of you to block out the room and the distraction around you, or you can put it behind you to block out the noise behind, so that if you don't want me to see what's happening in your house, you have the trifold there. Unfortunately, with Google Meets, we don't really have the ability to change our backgrounds yet. So a trifold display would go a long way towards blocking out any mess in your background. You need a calendar system to keep up with all the things. You can use like a Google Calendar or the calendar on your iPhone, but you need to use it. So tech, you need a PDF converter app. You need a camera on your cell phone or your Chromebook. You need a microphone, which is headphones, and a headphone device with a microphone is fine. You need internet connection. If you don't have an internet connection, you can call the school and they have hotspots. You probably need a backup internet connection. So you need a plan. If the internet connection goes out at your house for whatever reason, how are you going to get your attendance? Can you hotspot your phone? Can you go up to a library? Can you go park in a parking lot of a neighborhood school? Somewhere you can go and use their bandwidth to let your teachers get your attendance and turn in your work. You need glasses or other corrective lenses. So if you can't see your screen or you have problems with your eyesight, you need to get glasses and fix that. And then noise canceling headphones are always helpful. So here are my class rules. I want you to learn and use math. I want you to learn and use social graces. That means like showing up on time, don't cuss at your teacher. Whenever you send an email, use punctuation. Just the basics. Use manners. When on the internet, use due diligence to not become destructive. And then include your name and period and course in the subject line when emailing. I really need to know who you are and what class you're in and what period you're in order to help you. So I want you to have your video cameras on, but your microphone's off. So if you could go ahead and turn your camera on now. See, this makes me think that you're not actually there. It makes me think that you're just like, you turned it on and then you left. So thank you, Camilla. Thank you, Jose. Thank you, Amariana. Is that how you say that? Yeah. Okay. If you want to show like the top of your forehead, that's fine. I don't care. Just so I know that you're there and not asleep. I kind of feel like some people are asleep. All right, hints for online learning. Don't use the video camera in various stages of undress. So put your clothes on before you turn your camera on. If you're one of those people that wear like a little tank top to bed and then you like get up and you turn on your camera for school because you just barely woke up, make sure you have some underclothes on so nobody takes embarrassing screenshots of you, right? Don't attend class meetings while using the restroom, even if you think the video camera is off. I know that seems obvious, but I taught over the summer and apparently it's not. If you think someone is going to walk through the room you're learning in without a shirt or pants, position yourself to retain their privacy. So you can point your camera and yourself so you're at the wall, and that way you don't have embarrassing things happening in the background. Keep your microphone on mute. Yeah, I can tell you're all very good at that already. And show your face on the video camera. It can just be a little tiny part of your face. And use the chat feature when asking non-emergency questions. A lot of times there will be a lot of feedback in the microphones when you try to speak. And so it has this really weird tunnely noise. So if you use the chat feature, you actually come through clearer. If you leave the full screen, if you leave the screen for any reason, just let us know, like, hey, I have to go get something or whatever. Late to class policy, we really don't have a late to class policy, to be honest with you, because class is way more flexible than it's ever been. So we're supposed to be together for the first half hour of class, and then you're supposed to be asynchronous on your own the second half, and then the second 30 minutes, and then the last 30 minutes, you have all of your teachers, except the ones on their off period. All the teachers are supposed to have office hours, so you can choose who to go to during that time. I bet you'll like that. If you can't make it to the first 30 minutes of class, I will try to record it all the time so that you can go and see what was said. I'll also use a lot of video teaching because of that, so that you can manage your own time in a way that suits you best, all right? Please be on time whenever possible. When we get face-to-face, if we get face-to-face, we'll talk about that at that point. It's your responsibility to get any assignments that have been missed. I'm usually super, 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 super strict, like really strict. But this is kind of a new day, so I'm trying to be a new teacher and be a little more flexible. If you are sick or you have to work or your family gets sick or something changes, because everything's changing, just stay in contact with me so I can get your attendance done and we can make sure you get your credit. Grading categories. Right now, everything is equally weighted. If I ask you to do something, it's the same weight as everything else. So tests, quizzes, daily work, bell ringers, whatever that is now, all of that counts the same. If I'm assigning it to you, I think it matters. And so I want you to try the best you can. The likelihood of extra credit is negligible. I don't usually give extra credit. I happen to have given extra credit right now. It's the Yale class for happiness, and it's awesome. I took it over, well, when the coronavirus hit, and it was just amazing. So I put it out there for you to get extra credit. It's an entire course, so you get a lot of extra credit. Homework will be assigned and collected periodically. There's actually no such thing as homework right now in Fort Worth ISD. Everything's homework. Absences, see the district policies. Even if you get sick, you can get your attendance because everything is going to be electronic. Just leave an electronic footprint that you were around that day through an email or turning in your assignments. As long as it's that calendar day, you get your attendance, right? And then tests will be given as dictated by curriculum, class needs, state and local guidelines, blah, 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 blah. I'm way more interested in your daily work than in your test grades. My entire goal is for you to get better at math, and during tests, you're not really getting better at math. You're just showing me what you don't know in math. So I have to give them. I don't give them often, and they count as much as everything else. Do y'all have any questions? Type them into the chat box or type no, either way. All right, so your classwork for today, how do you feel today is how I'm going to take attendance. This is what I want you to do. I want you to give me a video explaining how to add 3 plus 4. Okay, it's really easy. The way you get credit, you get 25 points for the explanation. You get 25 points for having a visual. A visual can be really simple. It can be you writing like 3 plus 4 and then holding it up to the camera. Okay, it doesn't have to be all fancy. But I do have to see your face so that I know it's actually you doing the video and not your best friend doing a PowerPoint for you. Accuracy, that one's easy to get this time around. And then the video quality. Video quality is basically, can I hear you and can I see you? The number one thing students miss on that is, can I hear you? They don't speak loudly enough, or they don't get close enough to the microphone to be heard. I just want you to make sure that you can hear yourself in the video, so watch it back and make sure you can see your face in the video, and make sure I can see your visual, whatever you decide what your visual is. That is going to be due by September 16th. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. The video has no time requirements. It can be as short or as long as it needs to be to explain how to add 3 plus 4. Okay. All right, that's all I have for you. I'm going to turn off the recording now.